I am so excited that you are here with us. I want you to understand that we are carriers of destiny and we birth life to our dreams. We are powerful beyond our imagination because we are women filled with purpose that just needs to get out. Thank you for joining me again to Truth Be Told. I am your host, Michelle Lorraine, and tonight we have two wonderful women coming to us. We call them Boss Lady or Lady Boss because these two women are running their business and they're just doing a great job. But before we start with our show tonight, I want to remind you to please like, share, and follow me on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Follow Michelle Lorraine on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Again, follow, share, and like. But tonight we're going to be talking about these wonderful lady boss entrepreneurs. Really excited about having them here. And we're going to start. Help me welcome our guests. We have Leah McKay and Jamila Paisley. Hey, ladies, how are you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. I'm so excited to have you guys on the show today. You know, I am the one thing I am passionate about is entrepreneurs. I really love to hear when people want to start their own business. I ran my business for, I think, about 25, almost 30 years, or about 30 years. I was running my business, just retired from it not too long ago. But I always believe it's important to own your own business. And today we're going to talk about what you're doing and share with our audience your products and what drove you to doing what you do. So let's start off with Leah. Leah, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Wow, lovely question. Thank you, first of all, for having me on your podcast. It is truly an honor. As you mentioned, my name is Leah McKay. I am a mom. I'm a wife, a mom of three, I should say, mom of three, young, energetic, God knows, children, full of life, full of spirit. I'm married to my husband. We're going on 8 years. And I'm also a professional. My background is in nursing. And I've served in a variety of healthcare backgrounds, from community, acute care, fertility. And yeah, that's me in a nutshell. But I don't want to put too much out there. I know you might have some more specific questions, but that's my baseline. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a professional, and I am a business owner, and have been for the 4 years. Yes.
Wow, excellent. Well, thank you again and welcome. And Jamila, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, hi. And just like Leah said, thank you so much, Michelle, for having us on your podcast today. So I'm Jamila Paisley, and I am a mother also of 15-year-old twin boys, a wife, a professional. I'm in the inventory and planning background. But my passion has been for years making and creating, and that's food products usually, hence the reason why I'm now the proud owner of Jammies Treats.
Very good. Excellent. Excellent. I am so glad to hear, you guys are both family women, and I know that as entrepreneurs, this can definitely be a lot of work. So, I mean, you're already parents and spouse, and you had full-time jobs, and now you decide to take on the lovely task of becoming entrepreneurs. I can imagine how much work and effort that took. So, Leah, tell me, what drove you to becoming an entrepreneur? What was the nudge that kind of got you there?
I would say it was the Holy Spirit, to be honest with you. I never saw myself becoming an entrepreneur. I always thought I would be doing either bedside or working in the community in nursing. I did not see this happening, but it was about 4 years ago that I got the nudge. Early, I would say it was like 1 a.m. in the morning. I just literally could not sleep and started writing the vision. You get what I'm saying? And
Okay.
over time, it started to unfold. It started to evolve. So what it started off as has definitely just become something different over time. But the idea of it is still the same. It's always about helping others, caring for others, and seeing
Mhm.
others reach their full potential holistically. So I hope I answered the question correctly. I almost forgot what the question was. You started talking, you just
No
you're
worries.
going on it. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's good because something is always in us that kind of gives you that push that I'm not really completely satisfied with what I'm doing right here, and then finally you feel that push or that urge to do something different or move forward, and obviously that's what you got. Jamila, how about you? What kind of gave you that push or nudge to do what you're doing?
So for me, it sort of has been something in the making for a while. Like I have a really big family. I have on one side 11 aunts and uncles, and on the other side 23 aunts and uncles.
Oh
So
my
we have a really big family, and a lot of them are here. My parents are from the Caribbean. My father's from Jamaica. My mom's from Trinidad. But a lot of us are here, so we would always come together and have these big family meals and stuff. And that was always something that I enjoyed. And as we got older, it was sort of our responsibilities to take over certain things. And so me being the one who always loved to do it would take on like the role of organizing and trying to get it all together and cooking up these big meals for the family. And I would always get the feedback from them saying, "Oh, Jamila, you're so good with it. Have you ever thought of going into, catering or doing this or doing that?" And I'd be like, "No, I don't think I want to do that," because I always had like a nervousness to it, especially when it comes to food.
God.
But I always knew like within me that I wanted to do something for myself. As much as I love the career that I'm in, I still felt this way that I wanted to do something for myself. So I actually tried different um, things in the past. Like I got my doing lashes license and I started that for a bit. And then I was doing hair and I started that for a bit. Then I was doing candles and I started that for a bit. But one of the ones who really pushed me was my sister-in-law. She's like, "Jamila, why are you trying all these things when you know that your skill is cooking and your skill is food and your passion is making and creating in that way?" And I'm like, you know what? You're right. Okay, let me try it. So it just sort of was like, okay, let me try it. And then from there, it's kind of just blossomed. And here we are today.
Yeah, excellent. You know
Yeah.
what? It's amazing because sometimes we don't see it in ourselves, and sometimes
Yeah.
people have to kind of speak it into us. They see it. Sometimes we don't see it for ourselves, and then they just
Yeah.
give you that reassurance that, you know what, you have this gift inside of you, and for you to just step out and do it. And that's great. So you both had two kind of different experience of starting off. And since you've started it, Jamila, do you feel that that it's something that you want to expand beyond just you doing it? Is what do you foresee for yourself? Let's say 10 years. Is this something you want it to be international, global, or do you just like where it is right now? And then later on, we're going to talk about the product.
Right. So that's a good question. So at the beginning, I actually didn't even think that it would get to where it is today. I'm in year 2 now, and it has grown exponentially from when it started to now. I wasn't really expecting to get all this buzz, and I'm forever grateful for it. So now, because that's happened, it's sort of lit this fire under me where I
Right.
do see it growing. I want Jammies Treats to become sort of a name like that people know. Like, have you tried the Jammies Treats Gazada? Have you tried the Jammies Treats, coconut drops? Like, what do you mean? That's not the good one. Jammies Treats is the way to go. Like, I kind of see that happening. So
Right.
yeah, at the beginning, I didn't really think I wasn't really looking that way, but now I'm actually already in the works of trying to make plans to see where I can take this and see where the next step is going to be. So just continue to
Awesome.
watch because we're going to
Yeah.
continuously evolve.
Good. Excellent. And Leah, how about yourself? Where do you see, Hale Wellness Center, wellness go to?
She said center, so she's already speaking something into
There
existence.
you go. There you go.
There,
Um,
hey, you heard it
listen,
here on Truth Be Told.
Yeah, truth be told, I don't want to limit myself. So
Mhm.
of course, I have my goals for things to expand, for it to be, I would say, I never thought international necessarily, but again, why limit myself? I have thought about,
Mhm.
community centers or centers set up, and stuff like that, but I haven't reached that stage yet. But to be honest, yes, I see it going far. It's definitely, when it comes to health and wellness, that's something that everybody requires. Everybody needs to look into their health and wellness. You can't really exist if well, you can exist, but you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be existing if there wasn't any form of health there. You know what I mean? So I see it going far. I see it going pretty far. And I'm just, again, trying to align myself, because it's the juggling act. The juggling act is another thing. Seeing how much I can actually accomplish is something that I'm definitely, looking into. But I don't want to limit myself. If I can say anything, I do not want to limit myself. And that's what I'll stick to that. I don't want to limit myself.
Excellent. Yes. Don't limit yourself. I mean, you start off and you just continue to build and build. When I started off with my business, I was doing just rentals, like centerpieces and things like that. And I started off doing that, and then I started to plan people's weddings and events. And then I went from just weddings to corporate events to conferences, done concerts. So it's something that you just take it baby steps, but you never just stop, right?
Mhm.
You just keep excelling, keep going, and keep building. So I'm really glad that you both are, doing your products and you're pushing forward to make it even bigger than what it is today. So I'm looking forward to hear from you in about a couple of years where you are with your next steps, right? So I have, and thank you again for coming on. So I have a couple products that I tried out. For Jamila's, I've eaten already the peanut drops. So, and they're very good. And what do they say? They say people put their foot in it. I don't understand why they say that. It just does not sound
It doesn't
appealing to
sound
me.
right.
I
They
don't put
say
my
it.
foot into it. I'll let you know, but I definitely do it all with love and with a smile. So,
Yeah, good. So tell us a little bit about your peanut drops, or which one of your products, Jammies treats, which one of your products is what they call the hot seller?
okay, so the peanut drops is a good seller, but my number one product is the Gizada. So
Oh,
I don't know if you've heard of
wow.
Gizada. Is definitely, like the song "Me the Girl Them Gizada," whatever the songs. It's the one that people love the most. So here's let's see if we can make you see it better. No. Can you see that
Okay.
there?
Yeah,
It
that
kind of
looks
has a glare.
nice.
But
Uh-huh.
basically, the Gizada is our open coconut pastry. So you have a nice buttery pastry on the bottom, and then some nicely spiced and sweet coconut filling inside. That's our number one seller. So that's the one that I'm having the hardest time keeping in stock. People are always like the Gizada, the Gizada, the Gizada, and it's the one that takes the longest to make, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
the one that people enjoy the most. So that would be my number one. Most of my treats are made of coconut. So the Gizada has the pastry with the coconut filling. And then I
Mhm.
also make the coconut drops. So it would be similar to the peanut drop you already tried, but this one's made of coconut. And I would say that this is my
Okay.
number two seller. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Good,
Yeah.
good. And
And
then,
then, mhm.
uh-huh. Go ahead.
Yeah. And then the peanut and the grater cake. So these, can you
Okay.
see? Oh, it's so hard to see. Sorry.
Yeah. That's
But
okay.
those are my main treats. And then we also do a lot of baked goods and stuff like that too.
Okay. So it's not just those ones. So when you say baked goods, do you do
Yeah.
like cakes or
Yes.
yeah?
So Jammy's treats is basically your traditional Caribbean treats. So I
Okay.
don't want to limit it just to one island because I'm a mix of both. But I do the black cake, which is very common during Christmas time and special occasions. I also
Mhm.
do potato pudding. That's also a hot seller. People love the sweet potato pudding. Um,
Yes.
And then for Easter, Easter's coming up, and you're hearing it first. Well, kind of hearing it first. I kind of posted it with just like a little hint, but we will be doing bun for Easter.
Okay.
So yeah, everyone will be able to get their spice bun straight from us, freshly baked
With
from my yard to yours. Yes,
what? Is that the slogan?
that's the slogan: freshly baked from my yard to yours.
Okay, go ahead. So with the bun, now
Mhm.
I don't like the big chunks of fruits in
Me
it.
neither.
Oh, okay, so we're
I
good then.
just don't like it. If it's going to be a bun, let it taste like a bun. Why are
I
you putting
totally
all the
agree.
chunks
So it's
in
so
it?
funny. My
Oh,
favorite ones are actually, the little round ones that you can get like when you go to
oh,
Jamaica or whatever that
Jamaica,
have
yes,
no
yeah,
fruits. Those are
yeah.
my favorite. But I do know that traditionally,
You have to do
some people like to have
the
the
loaf.
chunks of fruits, which I personally don't like. But I mean, I'm here to try to please as many people as possible. So there will
So do
be a
you
bit
do
of
both?
fruits in there. I can do both. I can definitely
So
do
do you
both. So
blend it out? Do you blend out the fruits, or how do you do the fruits so that it's not so
yeah, so I can blend them out so that they're not as chunky, or we can just do minimal fruits. So I did
yeah,
one where sometimes I just cut like cherries, because at least with the cherries you can pick them out, or and
yeah,
then put like just raisins and cherries. But I know
yeah, yeah,
traditionally they have like the whole mix, like the mixed peel, which I personally don't like them, but that is what it is traditionally. So
yeah.
we can always work with you. Like I do custom orders. So if there's ever any requests, people can just ask me and I definitely try to accommodate.
Okay. And so where do you sell? Like, do you have local stores that have your products yet, or is it something that we just go to Instagram? How do we get your treats, Jammy's treats?
Okay, so you definitely can buy direct from me. That's mostly how I sell is direct through Instagram, Jammy Streets at Jammy Streets, or on Facebook at Jammy Streets.
Okay.
We're going to be launching our website soon, just to sort of make the ordering process a little bit easier. Because right now I'm getting messages from Instagram and from Facebook and phone
Yeah.
calls, and I just want to try to consolidate that all. So we will be launching our website very soon. But we
Hmm.
also are stocked in Brampton at Aki Tree Supermarket. They're located on Queen Street, just a
Okay.
little west of the 410.
Hmm.
And then we're also located at, oh, what are they called? New Kingston Market, and they're in Scarborough.
Okay. Oh, so
Yeah,
good. So you have a little bit in the west and a little bit out in the east.
that's
That's
right.
good.
That's right. Yes.
Excellent. And do you deliver?
I do deliver. There is an additional charge, but I do deliver. Yeah, so we can always work that out too. So I offer pickup as well as delivery. We can also ship. So we do ship. We ship all across Canada. I have shipped to the States. It became a
Mhm.
little complicated, especially during the holiday seasons, but we can
Right.
definitely revisit it again.
Yes. Okay. Good. Good.
Mhm.
So I know when I kind of discussed with you and a little bit of you getting into this, you were saying that it just gave you that warm feeling from your parents, and you want to pass this on down to your children.
Mhm.
Is this something that you're hoping that your twin boys may want to pick up, or
Yeah,
do you think, what's your thoughts on that family type of?
definitely. So I'm very family oriented, and the way that I envision it. So when we were speaking a little bit earlier about where do we see it going, some of the
Mhm.
plans that I'm putting into place is seeing if we will potentially get a location for ourselves where we'll be selling. But what I envision is having it completely family run, and of course
Right.
extending it if needs be. But I would love if my children would be interested in it later, but I still want my children to follow their own passions too. This is my passion, and I don't want to
Yes.
force my passion on them. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. Good,
Yeah.
excellent. So, Leah, now I have some of your products here. I have
Yes.
two things. I have the Healing Body Butter Calm,
Mhm.
and I'll
Yeah.
just show it to everyone there. Can you see that? Yay!
Lovely.
So, my daughters are laughing at me because I always wanted to do that little thing. But anywho, this is amazing. So I did try it and I'm going to put it on again while we're on the show. And I just rub it in and you can look at my skin. And I'm telling you, when I put it on, I just find my skin feels so smooth. It has a great texture. And I'm telling you this, Leah, like the texture is great and the smell is nice. It's not overbearing. It's not too strong. It just has this nice scent, which is just wonderful. And, I just feel like my hand itself, I tried it when I got it from you. I think it was last week or so,
Yeah.
this brand, and it lasted a long time. The moisture lasted a long time, which I can really appreciate. We're living in a time when we have to hand sanitize every 2 seconds. Having this in the car or with me in my purse, just amazing. Can you tell us a little bit more about this um, uh, body butter?
Yes, body butter. It's calm healing body butter. There are actually two types. There's a CBD
Mm,
infused
mm,
in that, and then there's the regular healing butter. But yeah, a bit about that. It really came out of necessity. Being a mom, having children, doing bath time, and their skin was just so crispy afterwards and remained crispy even after lotioning, because a lot of these lotions are water based and water is drying to the skin. So I was like, I need to do something about that, because I'm not liking this. Like, you're buying lotion constantly and it's not doing its job. So I just started making my own. Actually, to be honest, it actually dated back to 2018. Actually, 2018. I facilitate a mother's group, so I put together some grab bags for them when I had my launch for the mother's group. In that grab bag was the body butter that I didn't think I would actually make again. I just made it for them, to be honest. Now that I'm thinking about it, um, yeah, I made it for them, and my one of my friends were like, "Oh, I really like this. You should make it again." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah." Someone else in the mother's group who had skin issues really liked the fact that it was subtle and that her skin was receptive to it and it wasn't causing any issues. But again, I was, of course, I was obliged. I was like, okay, that's wonderful, but I didn't think, a few years later it would be something I would actually do. But here I am, and Calm Healing Butter is here, and I use it on my children, and their skin is doing a lot better. I use it at diaper change time because it's that versatile. You can use it for anything. It's all organic, natural ingredients. The shea butter in it is literally imported from Ghana, and all of the ingredients in there hand selected. So I really believe in premium ingredients. The stuff that they have on the shelves, I have to shake my head sometimes because it's not really to help you, but it's more so for, money. It's a money making thing, but
mm.
they don't have your best interest at heart all the time. So not even babies, not even for babies. So just like,
Yeah. Wow.
out of necessity, sometimes you have to, if you have the ability, you have to start creating things, and that's how it was birthed. That's how it was birthed.
Right.
Yeah,
And so tell us a little bit more of your other products as well, because I know it's not just
not just that.
the,
Yes.
yeah, what else do you have?
I brought you a few samples, but of course I have a few other
Mhm.
others on the market. I have a bath soak. It's called, you're showing the other ingestible
Yeah,
stuff.
I went to this
She
because
really wants to try it. She really wants to try it.
yeah,
I'll
I
quick,
wanted, yeah.
sorry, what were you gonna say? Sorry, you go ahead.
No,
You go ahead.
I said I want to open it and drink it right now because you said I can, you don't have to leave it
Yes,
in the fridge or anything like that. It's good
no,
like
you
this,
don't. Yes,
right?
it's good like that.
Okay.
It's good like that. I guess so. What
Hmm.
I'll do, I'll talk about that so you can take your sips of it.
Okay.
And so this is actually called Nautica CMOS. It is an extension of my health and wellness business, and this is part of the ingestible dietary supplement line through TLC. So it's Total Life Changes. And so they have an array of amazing health and wellness products. And I specifically I love that one. I love the sea moss. That was one of the first products that I tried, and I was just like blown away by it. And there are a few others you're going to show. There is also the NutriBurst, which is a liquid multivitamin, and it is enriched with so many nutrients, phytonutrients, amino acids. There's whole foods in there. It is packed with so much, and it being liquid means that your body's going to absorb it a lot quicker than some of the capsules and tablets that you pick up over the counter. So those are the ingestible stuff that or ingestible products. that I am selling at this time, and they're amazing. There's a few others, but I'll let you give it a try and let the audience know what you think about them, and I can go into more detail. So
Mm.
that's
This
yes,
tastes really good. Yeah, this is really good.
it's good. And
Yeah,
guess what? Like sea moss doesn't
yeah,
taste good in general. I don't know. Have you had sea moss before, Jamila? I don't know if you had sea moss before,
yeah. This is
but
good.
the real
No,
like
but
the
I
sea
do see a
moss,
lot of people talking about
Same.
it, and I'm kind
yes,
of scared to try, but I want to try that now that Michelle's like, it's
that one,
good.
Yeah,
that
it
one. You
tastes
want to
really
try that
good.
one?
I
It
I
does.
Yeah,
definitely will for sure.
That one
yeah,
you want to try because, to be honest, I've tried the, in it by itself. It is, sea moss is obviously from the sea. It is, an organism in the sea, and it tastes like the sea. Literally, it tastes like the sea.
Mm.
So it's very, very earthy, and
yeah.
not a lot of people enjoy it as is. And so even if you blend it up with other things, sometimes you have to have the right combinations to stomach, to be honest.
Yeah. And
Or
it
you have
has
to just
a
turn
nice
into
little,
Irish moss or something, because you have to do a whole lot of stuff to mask
yeah.
its taste. This has coconut water, it has dragon fruit extract, and it has aloe vera. Those are all superfoods. So it's
Oh,
amazing.
wow.
It's amazing.
That's good.
Yeah.
And it's sweet. It's not like overly sweet, but it has a nice sweet taste. The texture again is really nice and smooth as well. So that's really good. And then even with the Nutra Burst, this is the sample package that you
Mhm.
also sent me, and it has great information as well. So it's really, really good as well. So, mhm. So
So excited.
you're mentioning other products as well.
Yes, yeah. So those are again from their total life changes. I like to outsource. I don't have like we all don't have the answers to everything. We don't have everything.
Mhm.
So it's really good that there are companies out there that can offer you amazing products, and it's just knowing which companies to connect yourself with, because I've gone through Persona. I'm not saying Persona is not a good company, but um, nothing has actually made a difference. But this one, this company, these products have actually been life changing for me. There's a detox tea that I'm taking right now. It's on a 30-day challenge, a transformation challenge. So I'm trying to just clean out my system. And then there's a NutriBurst that I'm replenishing with daily. Because when you're detoxing, you have to replenish. There's another one called Fight. It's like a green, super green smoothie. Well, it's not a smoothie. You can make it into a smoothie, but it's like a powder, something that you can take. When I take that, I'm revived because I'm always
Mm.
tired. These kids. I'm always tired. I'm always tired. So it's so important to have something that can be that pick you up, and it's not caffeine. It's caffeine free. So this is literally just
Mhm.
greens, and I feel like I drank coffee or something. It's really good. And there's so many others, but those are the main ones that I personally take and enjoy. But yeah, I was gonna say before you try the supplements, that I make some other products as well. I make bath soaks, I make bath salts, bath tea. I know not too many people know what bath tea is, but it's literally a combination of herbs in a tea bag that steeps in your bathtub while you're soaking in
Oh,
it. Has amazing health benefits, because your skin is the largest organ. It's absorbing all of those nutrients from the herbs. In
mhm.
addition to, like, when you're soaking with, when you're, sorry, taking a bath with the soak, your muscles require, the magnesium from the salt to reduce inflammation, and that's what the bath soak
Wow.
does. So I make all of that, and recently, I'm still in the lab working on a body scrub. A few people have purchased it, but it's not on the market yet. But I make that as well. So there's a few things that I've worked
That's
on,
good.
and yeah,
Well,
CBD stuff as
I'm
well.
interested in the bath tea.
Yes.
With that one, because you mentioned it helps with inflammation.
Yeah, the
Is that
bath
what you
soap.
said?
The bath soap does.
Yeah. Or the
The
bath
bath
soap.
soap has the salts in it. Yeah, the bath tea has herbs. So these herbs, they do help to some degree with inflammation, but they're also good with, they detoxing your skin as well, and just it's like a purification process in your tub.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. And just like I asked Jamila, is this something that you hope that your three kids may follow suit when they get to
Well,
that age? Because I know they're tiny people right
they have
now.
time. They have a lot of time to get to the they have quite a few years.
Mhm.
I To be honest, I already see their personalities, and I can tell that they might wanna do their own thing because they're very, strong-willed. They're very strong-willed. I can see them assisting, definitely. Carson loves
Mhm.
to assist even now. It's like I help my dad with his business as well. And
Right.
Carson's right behind that 'cause he's very hands-on. And so I can see him assisting. Like if I need him to do pickup, drop off, if I need him to do anything, I can see that happening in the future. Ella, I'm still watching her. I'm still watching her to see if that's something she would do. Christian is a baby and only thinks for
Yeah.
himself right
Yes.
now, and that's it. So I'm still waiting to see his personality unfold, and if he would, I would hope though that they at least assist. I'm not expecting them to take over necessarily, but at least assist and be a part of the process. I would appreciate it, to be honest.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. So for you, Jamila, if you had to express that there's a challenge, what would you say your challenge is uh, as being an entrepreneur? And how do you overcome it if you have?
I would say that I'm probably still trying to overcome these challenges, but the main challenge is that I still do work a full-time job. Um, and so I'm trying to expand my business, which it has been expanding, but I'm still working a full-time job. So it's really trying to find that fine line where I can not fall short on my full-time job, but also meet the demand of my customers. So it's it has been a challenge, but it's a good challenge because it just
Yeah.
is making me stronger. And I just see it as what it I just see it as it being my testimony for later on when
Mhm.
Jamie's Treats does become my main thing.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing about it with being an entrepreneur, you do have to do that juggling for the time. But the one thing we know about women, we are able to multitask.
Yeah.
We're multitasking all the time, so you're gonna be fine. Leah, what are the challenge that you have, and whether you've
Um,
overcome it or not? But what's your challenge?
my challenge is that my children are young, and so
Mhm.
sometimes it's difficult, they're not completely independent, and so I have to solicit a lot of help, my spouse, from extended family, and sometimes I feel like I'm kind of putting some pressure on them to do it. It depends,
Mhm.
you know. Um, Another challenge is exposure, trying to get yourself out there, and getting people to understand what you do, because health and
Mhm.
wellness is, of course, it's on the rise, but not too many people in our communities are privy to health and wellness, holistic wellness, and some of the things
Mhm.
that I'm actually offering, like CBD. I have to educate people on that. They
Mhm.
have their reservations. They're like, "What's CBD? That's ganja." So I'm not gonna touch that. And it's like, it's not ganja. But again, educating. So it's a process for me, educating my clients, or potential clients. But I would say those are the main barriers. It's the juggling act,
Mhm.
and the awareness. So I'm still
Mhm.
working on that every day, every day. Yeah.
Right, right. Good. Well, I just want to let people know once again to definitely our viewers, I want to encourage you to visit Jamie's Treats. We have their social media information. We also have Hale. I always try to make sure I say it right. Hale Wellness, and and is it Hale Wellness on Instagram as well?
Yes, it's at
Yeah.
Hale Wellness Inc. on Instagram.
Yeah, look down. You'll see the information on our page and follow them. Make your order. call them up, find out what they have to offer, and support our Black businesses, of course, as well. Our entrepreneurs, you guys are doing a phenomenal job. And I just want to say, great job. Keep it up. I'm so proud of you. And don't give up. That's the one thing I want to say to those of you out there that are entrepreneurs. Don't give up your dream. Make sure you continue to work towards your goal of excellence for your business, excellence for your family, and excellence for yourself, and you will definitely soar. So again, ladies, I just want to say thank you for joining me on Truth Be Told. You are truly boss lady. You are the lady boss. And thank you for joining us. Again, everyone, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. You will find the show there as well, Michelle Lorraine. And just letting you know that we are going to be having our boot camp next month. You're going to want to register with us to get a full information about building your woman's worth. Thank you again for joining us. See you next time on Truth Be Told.